Good morning, everybody. Monday morning. I want to tell you about a meditation that I did yesterday. Normally on the weekends, I do some sort of meditation. Most of the time, it's me listening to shamanic drums. Occasionally, I will do what I call an information meditation. And that is the one where I put in my earplugs and I visualize climbing stairs until I get to whatever dimension that I am landing on. And then they take it from there. So yesterday I was led to do an information meditation and it took me to the 13th dimension. And when I opened the door, I ended up zooming or flying through some sort of a portal or a wormhole was what I heard. And I ended up in a Mars assembly line. And I know how weird this sounds. So it's hard to talk about because I do know it sounds batshit crazy. So anyway, my guide over there was a guy named Eon. And he kind of looked like Casper the Friendly Ghost. Other than he didn't have like fingers like we do. He had like gloves on or something. And we were standing in like a glass covered assembly line where we looked down on the assembly line, and he was telling me that, and we were watching these beings that were making like electronics and car parts and different things that we need down here on Earth that seem to be in sparse supply right at the moment. And he was telling me that there were a lot of planets or beings on planets that wanted to help us, but because they could not interfere in our free will, this was something that they could do for now to help us during this time. And so basically they are making stuff that we are going to need here on Earth and stockpiling it. They are also making the suppressed technology over there. And he said it was because they couldn't make that on Earth because there's too many blabbermouths down here. And they were keeping it a secret for the most part. And they didn't want everybody to know what was going on. But I figure the 300 people that are going to watch this video don't count as blabbermouths, or me being a blabbermouth. Otherwise, they would not have given me that information. So anyway, as I'm standing there and I'm watching these beings, and I was like, oh my God, that is so nice that so many people want to help us out down here. And I said, how can I ever thank them? And he said, peck on the window and hold your hand like this, and that means thank you. And so I pecked on the glass and I held my hand up to the window, and they all kind of waved back at me and acknowledged me and everything. And so I think when I don't remember anything else. We talked a little bit more, but it was mostly about other planets helping us making supplies that we need. Oh, I know this. I want to talk about this part, that they were holding all of that stuff off site or off planet for right now because they were waiting for something to happen down here. A switch to happen, something where something had to happen first before they would release all of that suppressed technology, all of the stuff that they were making over there in the assembly lines. And once that switch happened, then that could come down here for us. So when I got out of that, of course I was like super excited and I had to tell somebody about it. So I sent a message to a couple of my friends, and one of them sent me a message back a few hours later and said, wow, that's really interesting. I read an article a week or so ago that they have bases on the moon where they are making this suppressed technology. So now I guess I know that it's true. So that was kind of a validation for me that that was happening. When I looked at the link, it is a website article, and I will link it down here so you guys can look at it. They were talking about Megan Rose having this discussion, and I do know who Megan Rose is. She has a YouTube channel. She has brought out a couple of videos in the last week or two that I have not watched, and it makes me wonder if maybe she's talking about these off-planet bases in there with the gal that she's doing the call with. So anyway, I thought that was good to know that there are a lot of people or beings off planet that are helping us. They cannot interfere with our free will, but that's how they can help us for now, is like they are stockpiling things that we will need in the future, and that's not being made on Earth right now. So all of these people that are thinking we're going to run out of this, we're going to run out of this, it's going to be really hard to get our hands on this. Eventually, if this is all true, again, I question the validity of this, because it's just so crazy how this information comes. So anyway, I guess that's all I have to say is it looks like we have a lot of help out there that we don't know about, and they are waiting for the same thing we are. They are waiting for something to happen down here that flips everything over and starts new Earth, I guess is the best way. Anyway, have a great day. If you already know this information and you can validate it as well, please do let other people know where they can go to access this information. Again, this was kind of the first time maybe I had heard it before. It didn't resonate with me. Sometimes you can hear things and it'll go right over your head, and then finally when it makes sense, it'll stick. So I guess for now it's sticking with me, and I hope everybody has a great Monday. Talk to you later. Bye.